Hello, I'm Dr. Patty Ann Ford, and I am doing a series on irrational beliefs of food. And I wanted to talk to you about irrational beliefs of your food. Part one was irrational beliefs of eating, and it just talked about sometimes we have, or the last video, part one, this is part two, talked about beliefs that we may have that feel true but they're illogical or they're irrational, meaning they don't really make sense, but they make sense to us. And then when we say them out loud, we realize, that's actually not helping me live a healthy lifestyle. That's actually keeping me stuck. It's making me feel overwhelmed, frustrated. It's making me hate my body. It's making me hate my food, or stuck in cycles of chronic dieting. So I'm going to read some irrational beliefs about food, about 5 that are really common among chronic dieters or people that just feel stuck. So the first, there are good foods and bad foods. And depending upon your value system, there are hierarchies of food. And so maybe good foods are low calorie, low fat, and bad foods are high calorie, high fat. And so sometimes good foods are clean and bad foods are not clean. And so we can put different descriptions of the quality of food in good or bad, and it's different for everybody what that means. But if you're actually having this belief that, yeah, there are good and there are bad foods, that's actually irrational. It's actually not logical. Food doesn't have a moral compass. So the reframe, and I'm getting this from a book called The Rules of Normal Eating, and this is in the chapter of irrational beliefs about, beliefs of normal eaters. Let me get back in the camera. And the reframe is actually something that can help identify where you want to go, maybe not what you're wanting to say right now, but the reframe is something that can actually help put you back in alignment with some healthy practices. So the reframe of there are good foods and bad foods is food does not possess qualities such as good and bad, but it can be healthy or unhealthy for you. And the definition of health is a way for you to live your best optimal life. And that is different for each person. That's different for each day. That's different for each meal. It's not objective. It's very, very subjective, and it's really hard to measure. All right, another irrational belief about food is the enemy. Have you ever felt that before? That I just wish I could live life without food. It's the enemy. The reframe is food is neither friend nor foe. Food does not love you. You can love it, but it doesn't have the ability to love you back. It doesn't contain the ability to have a connection with you. It can feel like it does. It can feel like a friend you want to turn to, but it can't love you back. It's not friend or foe. Another irrational belief about food is dangerous. Food is scary. The reframe is food is only dangerous and scary as if it makes you sick. Yeah, food can be really dangerous and scary if it creates harm, creates malnourishment, creates an illness. And food that is, I want to say poisoned, but food that has gone bad, food that contains any sort of microbes that make us sick, yeah, that can be scary. But typically in our food supply, food is pretty safe, at least in general. Food is scarce. That can be a hard one if you live in a community where you don't have access to foods that you want. So the reframe is food is abundant. I'm going to be very sensitive to that. You might be living in a community where that's not true. So let's skip over that belief if that doesn't make sense for you and your lifestyle right now. The 5th and last irrational belief that is really common in dieting cultures is food will make me fat. I know the brain is going, okay, well, if that's irrational, the reframe is tuning out my body's signals of hunger and fullness and satisfaction will make me fat. If fat is a hard word for you, you could say lead to unwanted consequences, lead to things that I'm not wanting, change the wording. Maybe it's in a larger body, but that also could be triggering where if you are in a larger body and don't want to be, then you're trying to figure out, okay, well, am I doing something wrong by being in my body? You're not doing anything wrong by being in your body. But this belief is really focusing on food is actually not the cause of fatness. Not listening to your body, tuning out what feels comfortable for you can lead to unwanted weight gain. These beliefs that are irrational and rational, if you're listening to the rational ones and you're thinking, I don't believe it, right? So the first thought is, I don't get it. A second thought would be, what would it take to consider this? And the third thought is, if you were to consider it, what would that feel like? What would it be like to even navigate? I'm willing to entertain it. Because shifting your beliefs will naturally shift habits or behaviors that will get to the outcome that you want. And you can learn to shift them with time and patience and a lot of compassion. Because sometimes these beliefs are really sensitive from some really sensitive things that have happened to you in your childhood, and we can't change those, but we can change how you think about them and your perception of them. I hope this helps. If it does, follow along. This was part 2, Irrational Beliefs of Food. Thank you.